It's another Wednesday, and courtesy of EcoBank of the Pan-African Bank, it's time now for AM Business. Thank you very much for staying with us. And today, our focus is going to be on COVID-19 as Joy Business's Charles Aite speaks to three innovative minds, including curator of the popular Veronica Bucket and a pastor turned engineer. Do enjoy.
Since Ghana recorded its first case of COVID-19 in February, the burden for impact solutions to a new way of life has been so heavy. Washing of hands with soap under running water has been the new normal. This public health directive resurrected the name Veronica Bucket. Unique buckets with faucets spotted at vantage points along streets and highways. I sat with the curator of this invention, Veronica Bucket.
I did this in over almost 30 years ago. It's been on the quiet. With the advent of COVID-19, you know the story. The idea was to make this, to provide running water from simple material, just a container fitted with a faucet. With advent of COVID-19, what has happened? Other people have come out with innovations.
As economies world over restrict air travels amid closed land and sea borders, Veronica believes placing priority on science and technology will wean Ghana off its dependence on the West.
We tend to copy too much. You see, even bread selling. You see one person selling bread somewhere. Before you are aware, about 10 other people have joined the person. We should be more innovative and make sure that whatever we come out with, it should be unique, like you rightly said. And people should stop copying the same thing. They should look elsewhere, move ahead, maybe build on whatever exists, and then come out with something different. We are too fond of copying.
Yes, her innovation with the Veronica Bucket has been of great impact to Ghana's fight against the virus. But there is one thing Madame Veronica still regrets 30 years on after her invention. She failed to patent her work, especially as many countries around the world have adopted her innovation. She's lost so much cash in this process.
I didn't look ahead to improve upon it, or I never thought that it would be this popular. I didn't patent mine, which was a big mistake on my part. So I hope people out there will help these young ones who are coming up with all these new things to do, first of all, do the patenting, and then encourage them, support them either financially or otherwise, so that they move them ahead.
I'm quite curious to know, so does it mean your innovation wasn't patented?
It wasn't.
That was a huge mistake you made.
It was a huge mistake, and I don't want anybody to make that mistake. So I'm advising the youth who are coming up with all these innovations on the Veronica Bucket to really persevere. Make sure they patent, seek support to move it forward.
My name is Reverend Atikulu. I'm a Reverend minister, an ordained man of God. I have a technical knowledge in my technical education.
Test of COVID-19 has now become a testimony for Tete Doji Caleb Atikulu, a local pastor who got his engineering juices reinvigorated by the pandemic. With his church closed during the lockdown, Pastor Caleb returned to his old love of engineering to create a hand-washing machine for the times.
As I was praying one of these days and before the COVID and during the COVID, that I had the inspiration of the hand wash machine with being a free hands. And so with our hands, using the paddle to paddle it and operating the valves of the soap and the sanitizer and then the tap. And so we have to devise a means that will be firmly rooted to the tap family, and so that you can operate it and then have it on the sanitizer and the soap, so that when it operates, you will not have your hands and then you will not have it spoiled within a short time, but it takes a long time to have it repaired. And so that's basically the whole thing about. And so as you can see behind me, they are working on it. And then we have, this is Timber Market. This place is more like a Kumasi magazine. And so basically what they do here is they have all sort of engine works, all sort of machines. And so this is a machinery setup. And Mr. Kwanzaa is my engineer. He's working on the hand wash machine. And so Royal Wood Hand Wash is what we have here.
But he couldn't do this alone. He needed Joseph, a metal fabricator who brought his idea to reality.
I've been here for 25 good years in machines, engineering, fabrication. Since I got one friend, Mr. Godfred Calip, came here to introduce something to me that can we do it? I said, no, it's a small problem. He said, okay, let's start. So I and my boys started doing something about it. So in fact, we've gone so far to this stage. We see that everything is going on smoothly. So we are on it, completing it. This is the first time I'm getting into the machinist because mostly I'm in a machinist. So once he brought this, I said, no, I can do it. So let him try so that we can do to help.
When done, this hand washing technology will make it to corporate entities, schools, hospitals, everywhere. This means money for these workers. On my way to the office, I chanced upon Ernest Acquah, a taxi driver taking COVID-19 safety protocol to an innovative level.
Boss, morning, how be you?
Fine.
Everything cool?
Yeah.
And they go Joy FM.
Okay.
How much?
Give me 15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Please
Thank
wash
you.
Your hand. Go. Wash your hand for me.
I should wash my hand?
Yeah.
Okay. I should wash my hand here?
Yeah.
But how does it work?
I will operate it here.
You operate it here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so there's already soap inside, right?
Yeah. Then the water.
Oh, I see. This is so smart, Charlie.
Yeah.
So the water too is inside the car?
Yeah.
Wow. So I do all these things before I sit in your car?
Yeah.
It says here, Joe Techniques COVID-19 wash hand. That's quite great, quite smart.
It was a jolly ride. I asked Ernest how it all came about.
The time we go lockdown, then I get it in dream. Yeah. The time I get it in dream, then I started think how I can get material to do the thing. Then I started find the material. Then I started make experiments.
I see.
Yeah. So that first day I get the experiment, I did the thing. That one I used gallon.
Oh, okay.
Did it. Then another day I started innovate it.
Wow.
Then third day I did in big one.
Wow.
Yeah. Then I put for the passengers side.
I see. That's great. That's great. So, when your passengers come inside the taxi, what did they tell you?
Oh, they say, hey, this one there, this is the first time people saw this machine. Yeah. The first time. Then this he said this coronavirus bring things in weather.
I see. So I mean, this is the only car that I've seen in Accra so far which has this thing inside. As a driver, what message do you have to government?
As at night, my mind is like government to help me. To everybody have a car in Ghana, then I'll get this machine in a car. Yeah, because if you come enter the car, then you wash your hand before you enter the car. That one is good.
Resilience and creativity are critical to fighting COVID-19 in a battered global economy. Although the government has injected massive support for businesses, innovative minds and products can best ease the burden of the pandemic.
It's quite interesting if you listen to the stories of Madam Veronica, the curator of Veronica Bucket, Pastor Caleb, the pastor turned engineer, and even that of Joe, the taxi driver who has this gadget attached to his taxi. It's quite clear. One story resonates around all their submissions. The fact that amidst COVID-19, they are eager to use their innovations and their sense of creativity to not just come up with niche products, but as well to ensure safety protocols of COVID-19 are adapted to. I'm Charles Ayese reporting for Joy Business.